I think it's about time to get going. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Creator. Wow, Indie Creator. Indie Creator Hub. Wow, that's the combination of like incredible or creator. Yeah, it's an creator. I don't know what I'm talking about. Welcome, everybody. How's it going? And welcome. We're going to be talking about a little couple things tonight. One of them, I don't know if you've been streaming on Trovo, you've probably seen these little the treasure box things that you see on the bottom of the video player. If you're watching on Trovo, it's going to be right down bottom right hand side. Now, what's happening is that this is something that Trovo is given to the community. It's kind of like a like, here's something to help you get discovered and to reward and people coming in. But what's happening is that a lot of people are, like with anything, are abusing the system. It's unfortunate that we're having to do that, or having to, take care of things like that, because of a few people who are deciding to, I'll just go ahead and put as much money. It's kind of like a pay to win. They'll put as much money as they can into it, and then when things start getting clamped down, it hurts everybody else, not just them, because they can just go on to another service or do some other kind of scheme or anything like that. But it hurts the regular streamers and the other creators. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. And I got my trusty sidekick back here. If you're watching a video, it's Saren. She's chilling out on the back of the seat. So if you're watching this right now on YouTube, go ahead and do me a big favor. If you like this content and helping other streamers and content creators out with tutorials and all sorts of manners of video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also thumbs up, and go ahead and hit the bell. So, because I usually do this every Monday and do a not live taping. Well, you can call it a live taping, live recording of the podcast episode that you can see and interact with while we're doing it live. And then if you miss it, you can either watch the replay here on YouTube, or you can also listen to the audio version on your favorite podcast program of choice. It could be Spotify, Apple Podcast, not iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Pocket Cast, pretty much anywhere you can get a podcast feed is where you can find my show. Now, fortunately, I was going to try to get some other guests on here from other Trovo streamers, but unfortunately, I couldn't get anybody coming in. But that's okay. We'll just go ahead and talk amongst ourselves about the issue that Trovo is kind of trying to take care of. They've kind of opened up wow, words are hard tonight. They kind of opened up a Pandora's box, as it were, that these community boxes, the discovery boxes, are a great thing. When they on paper, when they first described them, it was a great thing. It's like, okay, you can put out, let's say, like 100 boxes of 10 elixir in each, or 10 boxes of 10 elixir each, and then you can set that up to have your name go out on Trovo within a notification, and it'll show up for other people to say, oh, I want to check out this because they got free stuff, right? Everybody loves free stuff. So everybody will come into, you can get more eyes on your channel for relatively low amount of, monetary gain that you put into it. Because we all know elixirs is what? 100 is $1 pretty much. And 10,000, 1,000 is $10. I'm trying to do some quick math, trying to do elixir to dollar conversion rate. So it's one of those things where people were seeing this and they're thinking, oh, I can bring in a lot more people, get some more eyes on my streams, stream for 10 to 14 hours a day, and not really do much at all. Or if just sitting in an AFK channel or scene and rake in as much money as I can through the Trovo 500, because the discovery boxes put your channel out there for the wider Trovo community. And when people start coming in, you got 50, 100, 300 people watching your stream for hours on end. And then what's going to happen at the end when your Trovo box is ready to be released to the people who came to your channel and did the things, whatever you want to do, like say follow my channel for 5 minutes. Okay, that's easy peasy. Then we're ready to go. So you got 300 and something odd people watching your stream, and you've been in AFK for the past 5 hours. And then at the end of the treasure box, when it rewards the people who signed up into it, your 300 and so odd viewers drop down to 15 or 20, like that. And it's been documented several times when you see these people or these channels that, again, either they're AFK or they're just just a chair stream sitting at a game's menu screen, and there's no interactivity. There's no community building. Even if the streamer is on screen, they're not interacting with chat. They're not talking to you as a viewer and you coming back and replying to them or saying, hey, I thought this game was great. No, they're just sitting there playing a game because they can care less about who's watching as long as you're sitting there for an hour so they can rack up their Trovo 500 hours. And that's the problem that Trovo is trying or wants to figure out how to take care of this issue and to make it more fair for else. And that's a major problem. Now, Trovo has changed the way how boxes are worked. Before, you can do it every day or multiple times a day if you wanted to. Now, the discovery boxes are set up in a way that I believe they still are at 3 per week. So you can only do them 3 times a week. Now, you can also, there is another box called a community chest, but you can do that whatever. That's basically for anyone who is part of your community, subscribers, people who followed, and that is just people who already know you as a streamer in your community and stuff like that. And that is, you can set that up as a subscriber perk. Say, hey, every Friday we do subscriber boxes. So that kind of incentivizes people watching who are already following you, watching your stream, and say, oh, for what, $2 for that month, I become a subscriber because Trovo has tiered subscription plans. And it's kind of a great thing to reward your community for being there most of the time that you're streaming. Discovery boxes were, when they first came out, a way, as the title says on the tin, a way for your channel to be discovered throughout the entire Trovo sphere. Now, it's great because it'll get your name out. It has a little notification that you'll see watching streams or something. Occasionally, you'll get a little notification that drops down in the upper right that says, so-and-so's stream treasure box has 30 minutes left, and it gives you a link if you want to go ahead and switch over to that stream. Or also on the front page, you can also see who's conducting discovery boxes or who's featured and stuff like that. There are several different ways that you can be discovered on Trovo. Now, again, it was set up as a way to help streamers and creators get their channels out there to a wider audience. And unfortunately, like I mentioned before, there's a certain number of people out there that decided to take this and skew it in a way that works better, basically cheat the system, as it were. And there is a lot of whales, depending on, like, you have the larger streamers, they have the monetary means to pump out as much into these boxes as possible. They'll do like, what, 100 Trovo or 100 boxes with 1,000 or 100 elixir in each one. And of course, a lot of people think 100 boxes with 100 elixir, great, sign me up. And then they'll go to that channel and sit there and alt tab somewhere else, and then go out from there. It's just that the system was kind of, set up to fail, as it were. I don't want to become like political, but the fat cats can say, "Oh, we can bend this to our will," and the poor streamers, well, they get screwed. Who cares about them? I just need more money. And they're mostly streaming on Twitch. They're multi-streaming to Twitch and Trovo. And they'd be like, Trovo, that's just another monetary avenue that I can get. I don't really care about that platform. Who cares? I get most of my money is on Twitch, not Trovo. But again, it's a system that was getting abused, and it was getting abused a lot, to the fact that when, like I said, Trovo decided, instead of discovery boxes multiple times in a week, down to just 3. And there is a thread on their Discord channel or Discord server talking about ideas. Asking the greater community that is part of the Discord server, what is your idea? How can you help us try to fix this situation? Is it something that where we can go down to just 1 box a week? My humble opinion, even 1 box is probably too much. I think let's take a playbook at how. Okay, let's take, for example, Facebook, and you can boost a page or a post. On Facebook, there's already a discoverability algorithm. There is a chance for your stuff to be seen by a large amount of people. You can pay to get that normal, let's say 150 or 200 people, and let's add another 300 people on top of that as a paid boost. And the same thing is on Instagram, Twitter. I'm not going to say Twitch, because their version of it, they kind of put like the cart before the horse syndrome. They say, oh, we can do the same thing too. But on Twitch, there's not really much of a discoverability feature or algorithm or anything like that to warrant a paid boost. But they are keeping it at 250 viewership. So if you're a channel that has less than 200 or 250 viewers or less, you are able to use this paid boosting system, which, in my opinion, it's business, but the way Twitch is doing it, without fixing or improving their algorithm first and then introducing this as an added bonus, is not the way. But that's something completely different. But what my example is, you have an algorithm based system, and then you have a paid boost system on top of that. What the discovery feature or discovery boxes could be is that, and you can put a post that every time you stream, your channel is advertised to, let's say, 1,000 impressions. Let's take the Twitch method here. Your channel is advertised to 1,000 impressions. Now, you don't know if these impressions are other viewers, or are they just, just random, like placing your channel link out on the page somewhere. That's the issue, is that a lot of the time is that you need greater analytics to figure out where your audience is coming from, what they're using, the demographics and stuff like. But we're kind of getting into the do you really want Trovo to learn more about your audience like Facebook has? It's kind of like that gray area. It's like, do you want to go for full analytics mode, or do you want to go with we'll do a couple things here and there to give a greater features on your analytics. Now, another thing is to look at say YouTube. YouTube has a great set of analytics. Their analytics are awesome. It's something I wish that Trovo integrated more in, because I would love to get grainier details onto where audiences are coming from. Like location, is it from like certain areas of Europe? I believe you can go into your creator dashboard and you already have a setup of your analytics already. And that's per stream analytics. So you already got the current one, but not this one. I want to look at a previous one. So yeah, you can do from external referral and by location. Well, location means like websites and stuff like that. I wish you can set up a way that, I have a certain number of people watching from Spain, or I got a lot of people watching from the United States or Canada. And what devices am I? Are a lot of people that are watching me on a mobile device, so I can kind of fine tune my stream in a way to cater more to a mobile market instead of a desktop market, because most of the people who are watching are on mobile, or if they're on desktop, you can cater your stream a lot better to serve the audience that is coming into you. Now, discovery boxes, that again, I can see how Trovo looks at it as like a business kind of way, that people are paying to put or using monetary value by adding for elixirs to put into these boxes, a way to get their name out there. And a lot of people believe that this could be a way that, again, the bigger streamers are abusing it in a way that is not fair for everyone. Is this something that we should have, like different segments of treasure boxes? Like, all right, you can use treasure boxes with this amount of elixir if your concurrent viewers is below a certain threshold. If you're above a certain threshold, you're limited to a gap or a cap. Now you can only put in so much amount of elixirs before you can add anything else. Or let's say go to 2 times a week. It's just our combination of all this put together. So it's something that we'll have to figure out, and hopefully Trovo gets on a way to figure this out. But truthfully, I think what they're doing is actually really good by asking the community, what do we think about this? Do we have any ideas? I'm sure there's plenty of people out there that have plenty of ideas and are, hey, listen to me. It's something that I think Trovo can do a better job on. I mean, they're already doing a great job to begin with. Don't get me wrong; they're doing an awesome job, and everything else is just cherry on top. I mean, seriously, there is There's more that they can do, yes, and it's something that sorry, I was getting distracted by a couple things here. 1 second. That, yeah, they can do a lot of different things, but the problem is that there's a fine line they have to walk. They can't do anything that is detrimental to the creators and even the viewers' experience of the platform as a whole. Just trying to get... Because there is something that you can't go too draconian with how you do things, because what's going to happen is that the creators are going to see that, oh, the system that I'm doing right now, they're saying it's bad, and then therefore I'm bad. So guess what? I'm not going to stream on your platform anymore. I'll go back to Twitch, or I'll go to YouTube or Facebook Gaming. There's other things out there. So it's kind of like the fine line that they have to ride, and they can't go too easy because we've already started from there. So they're trapped in between a rock and a hard place. That's why I said I feel bad for Trovo in the fact that they're damned if they do and damned if they don't. Because you can't make everyone happy. There's going to be a segment of viewers and streamers that are not going to be happy with any change that you make. So unfortunately, this is something that we have to deal with as a community, and to help bolster Trovo as a whole, because this is growing pains. They're still in beta. This Trovo, if you look at it at the title and their logo, it says beta. So people are kind of has the mindset that, oh, this is fine. This is okay. This is another platform that's out there, and they got to get their crap together. Well, unfortunately, they're still going through their growing pains, but hopefully it's going to be a lot quicker to figure things out and to take care of things later on once they start getting the ball rolling and how to deal with stuff, and then having to deal with the creators and how this abuse of their monetization system happens, and they kind of can figure something out that they can change for the future. So if you got any questions or anything like that you want to know about more about the treasure boxes, the community boxes, I think the community boxes are a great idea, because that you can do that as many times as you, like I said previously, it rewards your community. People who are come to your streams, follow you, subscribe to you, are there multiple times in a week, and are constantly chatting with you or constantly supporting you, either by chatting or just by lurking, because lurkers are great, because you're there, you're a silent supporter. But I think community boxes as they are okay. They're fine. They're good to go. The problem is, again, the discovery feature or the discovery boxes. The abuse on that is high. It's not something that is going to be tearing the whole system down. It's just a few streamers and few creators are causing problems that a large portion of other creators think is abuse and should be dealt with by Trovo. But yeah, if you have any comments, go ahead and leave them in the comment section down below when you're watching this on the replay on YouTube. Also, would love to see you come by the indiecreatorhub.com website. What that is a great site for content creators, streamers, and also want to integrate that with the indie game developers. That's why it's the Indie Creator Hub. It's kind of a collaboration of both worlds coming together. I also have a Gilded page. Let me go ahead and throw that link up in the chat. It is at gilded.gg/waffle. It's the it's kind of like, the Waffle House. I couldn't think of the name of there for a moment. Why didn't that go through? But okay, we'll try it again. There we go. Okay, so I got the link in the chat for if you're on Trovo, and it'll show up on YouTube as well. I also have the link in the description here on YouTube. And also, we're streaming and producing content over on Facebook as well. So if you want to go, if you're on Facebook and you still use Facebook and you don't really care, you can find us at facebook.com/Indie Creator Hub. You can find us there. I'd definitely love to go ahead and pop a like on the page, and we'll see you then. But yeah, catch you on the next episode, and I hope to see you next week. Have a good night.